everyone. Welcome to our game Crashed. So our story is a traveler's spaceship malfunctioned and crashed into an alien planet. Luckily, he survived, and as he looks around him, he notices that it looks exactly like Earth. So as you traverse these planes, you should collect materials to fix the spaceship to leave the planet before the enemies kill you and you have to start again.
So a bit about our game development. We started week 1 with ideas and creative concepts to add to our game. Week 3, we did our map, and we were starting our character design and just getting comfortable with Blender, so me and Ben could work on the design. And week 7, we finished our character, design, and the village. And in week 9, we worked on enemy AI and crafting and inventory.
As a genre, for the game we chose a first-person game with an open world map and
So our gameplay, you can see here the spaceship that landed you in this terrible situation. We have different sceneries like this forest, and here you can see some gameplay of us breaking a tree, which will be one of the main parts of your survival in this world. Here you can see a village, which you'll find NPCs that you can trade and craft with. And here is where you can get iron, coal, and other stuff that you will need. And here you can find the NPC that you can craft with.
So during development, our team faced challenges with time management and no prior coding experience, which led to a few bugs. And despite these obstacles, we were able to successfully deliver our game. So Alex and I were responsible for coding, and we made the 3D models that Ben and Leira made functional. The coding was done in C#, and all the art was done in Blender.
So credits, music is made by William Miles, NPC model by Blink, the village houses by Lucas Bovor, and we watch tutorials mainly from YouTuber Brackies.
we hope you got a good impression of the game, and yeah, we hope you enjoy playing it.
Thank you.
Right, hello everyone. Today I will talk about our game, Night Driving. So, Night Driving is a top-down 2D driving game where players learn the highway code in a relaxing way, in a retro-futuristic city. So, often when we think about driving, we think it's quite stressful and dangerous, and consequently that creates many road accidents. That's why we created a game that takes place on a rainy night with a chill lo-fi beat playing in the background so that the player can feel at ease and drive safely. So when it comes to the art and design of our game, we made all of the assets ourselves using both Pisco and GIMP. So on this slide you can see our car, for example, that is inspired by the DeLorean, as well as some different buildings that we made. On this slide you can see an intersection with different signs and trash cans that we all created ourselves. And here is the highway that we created, where you can obviously drive at 130. And on this slide you can see our how-to menu, where you can also see all of the different signs that we implemented, that we designed and implemented in our game. So when it comes to the sound and sound effects of our game, we made our own music that is inspired by lo-fi. We used an application called GarageBand, and we also implemented many different sound effects to create a chill atmosphere. When it comes to the programming, we used both Unity and C# to make our game, and we programmed an intuitively handling car, as well as blinkers, a speedometer, traffic cars, a GPS, as well as a system that detects whether you are driving safely or not.
So now we have a small game demonstration. So in the how to play menu on the left you have the controls, and on the right it's all the street signs with their meaning. And now we press on play. So as you can see, when we spawn, we are in a 50 km/h speed limit, and the player just respawned because he went faster than that. You can see the speedometer on the right of the screen. Well, there's no music, but in the background you should hear the music we did. You can also see the rain particles that we did. And here you can't hear it, but there's a GPS which tells the player where to go. And the player turned on the blinker also. He does it here, the right blinker. Now we arrive at a different intersection, this time with a stop sign. So the car has to do a full stop to not respawn. And now we join the highway, where you can go faster. So what you just saw is just a small part of the map that we did. And thank you for your attention. This is our team.
Hello everyone, so today we will be presenting our game called Mystery Motel. So the story of the game, you play as a detective and in a motel full of unusual guests, and your mission is to find a lethal untraceable poison, the recipe for a lethal untraceable poison in one of the characters' vaults. Our game is a 3D first-person decision game. And in the genre of kind of mystery and puzzle solving, our inspirations were Clue and Detroit Become Human for the decision aspect. You play using the WASD keys and to move, and the E key is to talk to characters, pick up keys, open doors, vaults, etc.
And here we can see a video of the gameplay, so you can walk around and talk to different characters, and once you approach them, you can press the key E, and then a dialogue appears. So depending on what options you pick, you get different answers every single time. And here you will also soon, you will see a video clip of how you can open a safe and then pick up a key, which you then later can use to open a vault or different doors that are locked. Because there are some rooms that are locked in the beginning and you can't access them unless you have a key. And here are some unique value proposition that we have. So we made our own models in Blender. So all the chairs and beds and everything. And then we created the dialogue in Inky. So we tried to make it as creative as possible and unique. And then we made everything together in Unity. And at first, before starting on the computer, we started on paper. So we wrote down all our ideas. We gathered all the dialogues, ideas that we had. We drew our characters, and we even made a floor plan. And this is what it ended up looking like. So in the end, we had 5 characters. We had Lucas, Sergey, Jean, Lauren, and Sarah. And also, here's some pictures from the game.
Next up, let's talk about the team, which is us up here. First up, we have Sydney, who worked on map building, and she made all the assets, such as the keys, the vaults, and the walls inside the hotel herself using Blender, and she implemented it into Unity. Afterwards, we have Emile, who worked on the character design. He made the characters himself from Blender and using other programs to make their animations so they could be truly lifeful. And finally, we have me, who worked on the storyline, built the story, what steps you have to do in which order, as well as the dialogue for each and every one of the characters. We'd like to thank you all for listening to our presentation, and we hope you enjoyed playing our game.
Hello and welcome to the presentation of our new game, Cyber Runner. While developing it, we asked ourselves one simple question. What would happen if you combined the film Tron and the game Cyberpunk? And we came out with Cyber Runner, a game about a motorcyclist driving on multiple lanes, living in a futuristic dystopian environment and in a cyberpunkish style. Coming to the backstory, very simple. It is only a criminal who is trying to escape his environment and the authorities.
So we will show you a small trailer video of the game. So just imagine suspenseful and cool music. Yeah, you can drive across multiple lanes. It has a neon and cyber theme. Yeah, some more cool music, of course. You have some enemies. We have 5 different types of enemies. We have 10 different weapons, and we have 3 different zones. So 3 different levels, all in some different color scheme. Well, if I could beatbox, I would do a beatbox to the game, but yeah. So the gameplay mechanics are quite simple. The movement is W and S to go up and down the lanes. You use your cursor to aim, the spacebar to shoot, and of course R to reload your weapon. Cyberrunner features many different enemies, like we have jeep, a tank, we have a police car, and of course 10 different weapons like a thermal rifle, a bionic rifle, a pulse rifle, etc. Of course, also a game is not a game without a UI, so we have some UI elements, some special effects, and of course the player.
So our team consists of Nicola, who has done the graphic design. I did the sound design, and Ian was our developer. The challenges we had was managing time with school and focusing on the important things of the game. Thank you for watching.
Hello everyone and welcome to our game, PlanIt. Starting with the name, you can interpret the name in 2 different ways. First, you can say planet, which is our planet Earth, or PlanIt, which is planning to save our Earth.
Now let's talk about the story behind the game. So the story consists of 3 chapters. You're in the future and you go back to the past to chapter 1, where you need to save our Earth from climate change and deforestation. Then in chapter 2, you're in the future again and you're in a lab where you create levitation chemical substance, and in chapter 3, you just explore other planets. So here's the start of the game. And as you might have guessed, our themes are education, fun, 100% fun, scientific, and it's a 2D game. To complete the game, there are a few missions you need to fulfill throughout the game, and they teach you important values and draw attention to some global pressing issues such as climate change, deforestation, and reducing CO2 emissions. You can as well earn money throughout completing the missions and to buy from the shop seeds and planets to complete missions. For example, when you plant trees, you can reduce CO2 emissions and clean the river, so the player can learn that we need clean water and water is essential. Moreover, here the player can pick up the rocks to revive the desert and fight deforestation. Now in chapter 2, you are in a lab where you have different chemical substances and you need to create the levitation substance using the periodic table. You need chemistry to know that, but we'll guide you through that. Yes, that's it. Well, yeah. For the art, we use some assets from Unity and some of them I drew myself. And here are a few examples, as you can see.
Check. So as for our team, as you can see, each person has been assigned for a specific role, but by the end of the day, everyone contributed with each other and we all gave each other ideas. And I have to say, without everyone contributing, the game wouldn't have been possible. Challenges that we have faced are mainly time management, because everyone at the beginning was confused and we really didn't know what to do. But other problems such as plastic CM not syncing and yeah.
Finally, here are a few memes. Some of them about Unity crashes, some of them about time management, and this is me realizing that I'm a gamer after creating this game. I hope you guys all enjoyed the game and play it so you can save the future of humanity.
So, hello, today we'll be presenting our game Cheat Engine. Cheat Engine is a top-down 2D racing game. It is high score based, technically infinite unless you die, of course, and it is rather challenging. The main game mechanics are you have to complete the laps as quick as possible to get your time on a leaderboard. you can phase through walls if you go fast enough, indicated by the white trail behind the car and by the camera zooming out. And if you stay outside of the lap for too long, you will get killed by the static, which will be a game over.
So now we're going to show you a short video of our gameplay. So you can see here we're just driving the car around. You can see how the game works. So you saw that the car just faces the wall, and now since it's outside, it was getting covered by static. Here you completed a lap so that you saw that the time changed on the leaderboard. And here we're stuck outside of the trails, so the screen is being overrun by static, and game's over.
Sorry. The art style of the game is minimalistic, having only 5 colors. It was based on many older games, such as Atari Pong, which you can see here. And we have very engaging music, so we think it should still be very interesting to the player.
So now I'm going to talk about the teamwork. We had split the main things that we had to do into a few different roles. Lisetta here was the main programmer, and I made the PowerPoint and I helped with some of the art and the ideas. We had a lot of challenges with this game, especially considering that neither of us had ever used Unity before, and we had experience in coding, but not so much in C#. So this made making the mechanics difficult, and we often accidentally deleted progress or crashed the game, which was a bit of a problem. Also, we don't see each other that often throughout the week, so communication and time management were a bit difficult, but we're quite happy with our end result. So thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed playing the game, and yeah.
And the winner is Cheat Engine. Can we get a team coming? So one of the jury members is gonna give you some feedback. Come in, come in, come in, come in. Some goodies, and Matthew, expert on virtual reality.
Congratulations. So first of all, congratulations. We really enjoyed playing with your game. It was really addictive somehow, and really well done from the beginning to the end. So really, you can be very proud of your game. I wanted also to say a little word to LTS and all the people who've been developing games today. I think we were all really surprised and pleasantly surprised of the quality of the gaming that we saw today. We followed it from the beginning, so we saw real evolution now. So everyone, you can be very proud of what you did, and of course, congratulations for your fun and enjoying game that you did for us today. So bravo. Oh, okay. Oh. Yes.
So next one is best educational game. And any bet? Yes, night driving.
Guys, this is for you, your prize. So maybe just a quick word about your game. I will not repeat what Mathieu said pretty well just before. I agree, the quality is really good this year, and we saw the increase in quality every year. What we liked about your game is that you managed to create complete experience. The music, the design, the smoothness when you turn around the street. And we thought your concept was smart. I mean, you've implemented this concept where you have to follow the sign, so you have some logic and that respond the player. We really think that with some improvements, like I mentioned you already, some improvement that you could do, your game can really become something really nice. So congratulations.
Hold your prizes up. There will be a fourth prize being bought, and with the judge. Oh.
Thank you, Ralph. So here we go. The best team. Remember here the idea was not only about the game, it was about a team that started in a certain point, did a big effort, we resolved to have the game that they have produced. Any guess? Again? And the winner is Mystery Motel.
So congratulations. So what we liked with your presentation and with your game is that we saw that many talents were needed to make this game. You needed someone to write a story, you needed someone to produce 3D models, and you needed someone to do the graphics. And we liked that in the presentation you showed us every week what you've done, how you organize yourself. We saw storyboards, we saw sketches. So this looks like very well prepared, and you need to be a team to make such a well-prepared game, I believe. So congratulations.
Bye-bye. I think they're expecting some cash. We will fix that later on. And now we have additional prizes. So we have 3 high-five prizes. We call the teams all together to come stage to take the picture and get your goodies. So Crash It, PlanIt, and Cyber Runner. Please come all to stage. We hope we have enough. If not, we will fix it out afterwards. We don't have enough, you let us know. We miss one. We miss one, we fix that later on. Okay. So smile. Yeah, squeeze a bit so you get in the light. Squeeze. It's always like that. Congratulations. We still have 2 more prizes. So we have a special prizes, we call it the Coupe de Coeur. And the idea is, and they're gonna get this little book, which is about how to be in a video game all about yourself. It has a dual twist there. So the idea is to give you this cool book based on your effort. And the winners are Endeshel and Anvin. Please come. So since one of the team is a solo team, he gets 3 books. So with that, he can invite other friends to join on the future.
That's actually 4 of us.
There are 4, so you get 2. He's 1. He did it all by himself. He did 1. It's okay. You can go. Thank you. So with this, we are done. Thank you again to the jury, to the students, to the coaches, the parents. Enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you. And Lisa.